There's a moment that music lovers talk about, a moment where time seems to freeze, and the air is filled with something so simple yet so powerful that it can change the way you look at life forever. That moment is when David Gilmour plays a single note on his guitar. Not a flurry of fast scales, not a storm of noise, just one note. But in that one note lives a universe of meaning. It's as if the sound travels beyond the strings, beyond the stage, and touches something in the very core of your soul. Think about it. Thousands of people in a concert hall, lights dim, the world silent, waiting. And then, one long, bending, soaring note. Nothing else. No rush, no clutter. Just truth in its purest form. Some people close their eyes. Some cry without knowing why. Others just sit frozen, almost afraid to breathe. Why? Because that single note carries the weight of pain, the beauty of hope, the sadness of struggle, and the triumph of release. That's the David Gilmour lesson. That's the message hiding in plain sight. One note can change everything. David Gilmour has never been about showing off. He's not the fastest guitarist in the world. He's not the flashiest. But what sets him apart is the way he makes you feel. While others race across the fretboard with lightning speed, Gilmour stops the world with silence and a single bend of a string. And in that moment, he proves something extraordinary. It's not about how much you do, it's about how deeply you do it. That lesson goes beyond music. It is a philosophy of life itself. In our own lives, we often feel pressure to play 1,000 notes at once, to achieve more, to move faster, to prove ourselves louder than everyone else. We fill our days with noise, endless tasks, endless comparisons, endless chasing, and yet, what do we achieve? Sometimes nothing more than exhaustion and emptiness. David Gilmour teaches us something radically different. He shows us that we don't need to play fast, we need to play true. That a single act of kindness, a single brave choice, a single word spoken from the heart can change more than 100 empty gestures. Think about the power of one word. One word of encouragement to someone on the edge can pull them back into hope. One word of love can heal a wound that years of silence could not. One idea, born in the mind of a dreamer, can ignite revolutions. One choice, one moment of courage, can shift the course of your entire life. Just like one note, played with heart, can touch millions. Let me take you to a story from the studio. The band was recording Comfortably Numb, a song that would become timeless. The atmosphere was tense. Everyone was tired. Pressure hung heavy in the room. But when it came time for David Gilmour to record the solo, he didn't rush. He didn't force anything. He simply closed his eyes, breathed deeply, and let the guitar speak for him. Slowly, carefully, honestly, he trusted that the music already lived inside him. And what came out of that moment was one of the greatest guitar solos in history. A solo that people describe as spiritual, healing, unforgettable. Not because it was complicated, but because it was true. That's the hidden power of one note. It's not about volume, it's about resonance. It's not about how many things you do, but how much meaning you pour into the things you choose to do. And that is a lesson we can all carry into our lives. You don't have to do everything to matter. You don't have to shout to be heard. You don't have to be everywhere at once. You just need to play your note and play it with everything you have. When you wake up tomorrow and doubt yourself, when you feel small, when you feel like your efforts don't count, remember David Gilmour. Remember that audiences of thousands froze in silence because of a single note. Remember that sometimes less is more. Remember that one decision can alter your destiny. That one step can begin the journey you've been afraid to take. That one spark can light 1,000 fires. Maybe you've been holding yourself back, thinking you're not good enough, thinking you need to do more before you can start. But what if you didn't need more? What if the power is already in your one note, waiting to be played? What if today you chose to trust that the smallest action, done with the greatest heart, can create the biggest change? Life is not about rushing to play every chord at once. It's about finding your note, your gift, your truth, and letting it ring out into the world. It may sound simple, but simplicity has always been the home of greatness. Just as David Gilmour showed us that one note, played with soul, can move millions, so can your single act of courage move mountains. So take this lesson with you. When the world demands speed, choose depth. When life feels noisy, choose clarity. When doubt whispers you're too small, remember that even one note can fill an entire hall. And when you're unsure of your path, trust that your one step forward matters more than 1,000 steps left untraveled. David Gilmour's guitar is more than music. It's a reminder that life is not measured by how much noise you make, but by how deeply your song touches others. And sometimes all it takes is one note to change everything. So ask yourself today, what is your note? What is the one thing you can give? The one truth you can live? The one gift you can share? Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you can play 1,000 notes. Play your note now. Play it with love. Play it with courage. Play it so that the world feels it. Because one note, your note, can change your life.